Now, any one of these scenarios that we have built, we can make interactive. So here's the one where this is like my earlier kind where we're not using any if statements or anything. This is just going when I press play. So if I want this to only happen in mouse press, the movement to only happen in mouse press, right above the movement, I'm going to say if mouse pressed, put my open curly bracket, and after the movement, a closing curly bracket. So now when I open it up, I see my circle there, but nothing happens until I press the mouse. And when I let go, it stops moving. So if I didn't want to see the circle, unless I press the mouse, then that could get included in my if statement as well. All right, so now nothing will show up. None of these things will show up or happen until the mouse is pressed. Okay, so I open, I don't see anything until I press the mouse. Right? Same thing could happen over here. Even though we have an if statement, we could add another if statement. So I'm going to do it after my circle, and I'm going to say if mouse pressed, open curly bracket, and after that closing curly bracket, put another one. So remember, this curly bracket is for the draw, this one is for my outer if statement, and this one is for the inner if statement. So same thing, even though this one will stop at 250, but it will only do that while the mouse is pressed. Okay, and if we were reversing our movement, right, so this guy is going back and forth on its own, it has nothing to do with me, and same thing, I could make it interactive by adding my if mouse pressed, and I can decide, do I want to see the circle or not see the circle? If I want to see the circle, my if statement will come afterwards. If I don't want to see the circle until I press the mouse, then that would get inside the if statement. So if mouse pressed, and add my bracket. Okay, so now that only happens when the mouse is pressed, and then it stops. And then finally, let's review drawing. So here, I am drawing freely all over. What if I only want to be able to draw when the mouse is pressed? So if mouse pressed, I will get that circle. Okay, and so now I only draw on the circle only when I am pressed. Okay, so that's all of our scenarios that we've come across so far, just being able to make the things that we've been working on interactive.